Hello everyone. In this second part of the chapter dedicated to links, we will see how we can navigate quickly in a large page. We will also see how to make links to files, and how to make a link to an email creator. In the first part, we saw how to create a link to an external site, and to another page of our site. The tag that we will use to make links in our page, to files, or to emails, is the same, namely, the tags in pair A and /A. Only the attribute values will change. Alright, so let's open our text editor, and our page, index.html. To be able to see the operation of links leading to different places in our page, we will have to add text, a lot of text, so that it is necessary to use the vertical scroll bar to reach the different paragraphs. So let's add text in each paragraph. This one doesn't matter for the moment, it's just there to be able to have a very large page. Well, that done, we're going to have to add reference points, which are called anchors, to the second and last paragraph. To create an anchor, we are going to add an attribute to the title, or to the paragraph that we want to reach. We are going to use the attribute ID, to which we will give a unique name, made up of letters and numbers, starting with a letter, avoid spaces and special characters, which may not work on all browsers. Replace the spaces with an underscore. Here's how to use it. We must always place this attribute, like all attributes, only in the opening tag. Alright, so let's add an ID to the title of our second chapter, like this. And another, in the last paragraph of the page, the one containing the link to the external site, like this. Alright, now we are going to add a sublist to the welcome element of the main list. We can create an ordered list or not, it doesn't matter, and this sublist will consist of two elements, links in this case, leading to the subtitle, my activity, and the second, to the last paragraph, which we will call links. So let's create our list like this. Then, let's add two lines of empty li tags, in which we will place our links. How to link to an anchor? It's very simple, just give the name of the anchor, preceded by a sharp, as the value of href. Like this. So we add link tags, A and /A, in our two element tags, li, we add the name of the anchors to the href values, that is, the name of the ID value of each of the anchors. Then, between the A and /A tags, the link text, which will also be the text displayed in the list, this for both elements. Finally, if you wish, you can add an attribute, title to each of the links, so that they display a tooltip when they hover over them. This being done, we can save our code, and test it in our browser. When we click on one of these new links, our page will automatically be positioned at the level of the selected anchor. You will see that we will talk again a lot about the ID attribute, which will be used in the CSS to define the elements that we want to modify. Don't forget, each ID attribute must have an identifier, its value, which must be unique. Well, now suppose, in our images page, we want to put links to the index page anchors. It's totally doable. So let's open our images page, and we'll keep it simple, adding just two links below the one that takes us back to the home page. The principle is a combination of relative links and links to an anchor. First, we are going to give the name of the page to reach, and possibly the redirection to its folder, which will be the case here, since the index page is in the main folder, and the images page is in the contents subfolder. Directly followed by the name of the anchor to reach, preceded by a sharp. So, first, we have the link to the second chapter, that is, the colon followed by the / to return to the main file, the name of the page, index.html, directly followed by the hash mark, and the name of the anchor, like this. And second, the link to the links at the bottom of the page, which will be identical to the first, only the name of the anchor will be different, like this. We can save our page, and test their correct functioning in our browser. Here are basically the different navigation links, but we can also use links to automatically create emails to our address, or also to download files. Let's see how to make a link so that your visitors can contact us by email. It's childish, just change the value of the href attribute of the link to mail to ; followed by your email address, like this. We can add a small paragraph at the very end of our index page with a small text like, "You can contact us at the address," followed by a mail to link to your address. With as a tooltip, click here to send us an email. There you go, easy as pie. When the internet user clicks on this link, a dialog box will open, where he will simply indicate his email address and the text of his message. Let's test this after saving our code in our browser. The mailbox will be different depending on the browser used, but its principle and its use will be the same in all. Well, now you may want to provide one or more files to your visitors. It is also very simple. Just a piece of advice, put your files in a compressed zip or IR file, and you will have to place them in your main folder, or in a subfolder, and, when you put your site online, they will also need to be uploaded to the server. Suppose we have a IR type file, containing, for example, texts, and that it is named mytexts.rar, and that it is placed in the subfolder, content. In one of the paragraphs, we will insert a link, allowing the download of this file. We will therefore create a link, for the moment this is an example, and its location does not matter, in the first chapter. So, let's insert in this one, the link tags, A, and /A. Then, the href attribute, with the value, the name of the subfolder, content, followed by a / and the file name. Let's add the link text, and a tooltip that will say, click to download the file. When a user clicks on this link, the browser, seeing that it is not a web page, but a file, will launch the download procedure for it. Let's do the test in our browser, after saving our page. Indeed, when we click on this link, the browser will open a window offering to download the file. So, we will see that there are still other possibilities for using the link tags. So now we know, roughly, how to display all the texts of our future site. Good, but I see that you are impatient to see how we can modify all these different elements to our liking. Okay, so we'll start to see that in the next chapter, with the basics of CSS. Thank you for your attention. Katerina and Patrick.